Welcome back. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to work on the navigation bar because it doesn't look good at all. And let me open up the navigation bar which exists in the, remember it exists in the header. And I'm going to show you the power of using the header. Remember the navigation bar exists in the home page, and also it exists in the single page. However, if you want to edit the navigation bar in all of these pages, you don't have to do that, because if you edit the header file, it will be edited automatically in all pages that include the header. So here for this header, first instead of saying navbar, we don't want to say navbar. Instead, we need to display the website brand. I'm gonna say W, or in, let's say, a W news, for example. This is my brand name. And also here I'm going to change the light. I'm going to say navbar dark, and here navbar dark. This is going to display this is going to change the color of that navbar from white to black. Also here, instead of saying features, I'm going to say about. And then I'm going to I'm going to say here href is equal to about.php. And for the home, I'm going to say forward slash. Forward slash is going to refresh the page. So if the user clicks on home, it's just going to refresh the page. Whereas if the user clicks on about, it's going to take the user to the about page. So let's work on the about page. So I'm going to create a new page here called about.php. And again, all you need to do in the about is that you need to include two things. First, you need to include the header and the footer. So I'm going to say include once, and then header.php, and then PHP, and then include once, and then footer.php. And again, you don't have to worry about the content of the header or the footer, because whenever you edit the header, it will be edited in the about, and in the index, and in the single article page. It will be edited in all pages. So all you need to do is to include the header and the footer, and just work on the content of that specific page. So in case of the about, I'm going to copy a code from the index. So from the index, I'm going to copy this line. I'm going to copy this dev, and then I'm going to paste it here, and then I'm going to close the div, and in between I'm just going to display h2, and then I'm going to give it a class called text center, which is a bootstrap class, and I'm going to say here about us, and then I'm going to also display a paragraph that has a class called text center as well. And I'm going to say here a sentence about my website. And you need to display here a sentence, or actually not a sentence. You need to display information about your brand or your website, or what you deliver, what exactly do you deliver to users. But here I'm just giving you an example with this simple sentence. Let me click on File and then Save All, and let me head on over to the browser to test. Now if I refresh, guess what? It's gonna look amazing. First of all, the navigation bar will be black, and the brand name will be displayed, and also we have here home and about. If I click on home, it's just gonna refresh the page. And if I click on about, it's gonna take me to the about page, where it's gonna display the here about us, and here it says we bring you news from around the globe. And of course you need to display information about your brand or your website. So this is how you can create a new page in your header, a new link in your header, where it takes the user to a new page. Finally, I have created the website to be responsive, meaning that if you decrease, it's gonna look amazing, and it can be browsed from iPhone, from Android, from any device. because it's responsive. The design that we created is responsive, which means that it's going to look amazing for whether the user is using is visiting your website from Android device or Windows or Mac or whatever kind of device. As you can see, it looks amazing. And this is one of the features that I included in this course, which is making the design look responsive, making the design responsive so that it looks amazing.